circumstances that you can't get through. Right now it seems that there's no way out. You're going under. God's proven time and time again, He'll take care of you. He'll do it again. Do it again. He'll do it again.
And I sure know this song brings memories. Good morning, welcome back. Of course, your life on Joy 99.7. Reason is Jesus. And this is Up Close. It's time for me to chit chat, of course, with my guest. You've heard me talk about her the whole of today, Irene Logan. Now, let me just share this quickly with you. I just decided to go on her Instagram profile or bio, and this is how she's actually introduced herself to the world. International Minister of the Gospel, global humanitarian, entrepreneur. And I guess all of that one will follow as we get talking. So good morning to Irene Logan.
Hi, good morning, Fifi.
How are y'all?
I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
It's an honor to have you, and thanks for joining me this Super Sunday morning. So, you know the song by Shirley Caesar?
Yes.
I decided to start off the song because I wanted to ask you, what memories actually did you pick up from this particular song?
Oh my God. As you started to play, I was trying to ask you before we went on air. You know, there's a story to my surrendering. This song plays a very integral part.
It does.
In it, yes. But, you know, growing up, I listened to Shirley Caesar a lot because my mom was, you know, she used to minister a lot of Shirley Caesar songs. I grew up to this song. And as we go along, I would explain how significant this song is to my journey.
So it was good that I started off
It was.
with it.
It was prophetic.
I mean, this morning I've been prophesying, so I guess
Amen,
I mean like that.
amen.
But how are you?
How is Irene?
Yeah.
You know what? I am well. I'm well. I feel so blessed. I feel so I'm so humbled. The whole experience has been amazing. God is so good. God has revealed himself to me on so many different levels, and I can't complain really. I'm good. That's
I'm
how I am.
excited to hear that.
Thank you.
I checked through your call, Elizabeth.
I have a lisp because I'm wearing I'm wearing braces. Oh, you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wearing braces, guys. So this is not how I talk normally.
Sister
It's
Grace.
temporary.
Sister Grace. Sister Grace. I like that one. Why you not called Grace?
Why am I not called Grace? You know, I was named Grace
Yeah.
when I was born by my mother named me Grace. But my grandmother, who was Irene Elizabeth, changed it when she met me. She said, no, she has to be named after me. So I'm actually Irene Elizabeth Grace, but I was named Grace first.
I see.
Yes.
And the grace has brought you this far. No two ways
Grace
about
this
it.
far by grace.
Yeah. I see. Great.
Yeah.
So I'm going to now get pretty much personal, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, well, I've told them that one of the things we're doing today will be to officially play your song for the first time on radio. Look at this, okay, perhaps adjectives, and see which of them really hits you hard or doesn't even mean anything to you, right? So, one is rejection, two, depression,
Ooh,
three, oppression,
ooh.
four, dissatisfaction, five, misrepresentation, six, condemnation,
Ooh.
well, seven, wrong association, and eight, addiction.
Wow. Depression, wrong association, misjudgment, was that one of it?
Yeah.
All of the above.
Oh, really?
All of the above.
Which one would you want to talk about first?
I would want to talk about wrong association
Okay.
and addiction.
All right, so let's go.
Yes. So the reason why I picked wrong association is I started off my journey in 2006. I mean, my journey in the public eye.
Superstar.
But I've stop. I've always, been singing. But my journey in the public eye started in 2006 when I took part in Stars of the Future.
Yeah.
And there was a serious contemplation.
Mm.
I was young. I think I was about 22 then. And I so wanted to fit in. I so wanted to fit. I'm an only child. I wanted to fit in so badly. And also, I had grown up in a Christian home all my life. And I wanted to explore the world, So that's what steered me away from my true calling. And on that line, towards that line, it put me in a world that wasn't meant for me, put me on a completely different path. And it opened me up to all types of associations that led me to all types of addictions. And it altered a big portion of my life.
Really?
Yes.
How did you get out of this mess?
How did I get this? Yeah. Grace. It was so bad. You know how the story of Jonah in the belly of the whale. I can relate to it so much because no matter how far I ran away from God, he found me. He chased after me. He ran after me and made sure that he got me right here at this moment. And all I can say is it was grace that found me.
It sure was.
It was grace.
I'm looking at young Irene or Elizabeth Grace, growing up in the church, loving God, singing all through. And all of a sudden, she abandons the church because she wants to have, if you like, a relationship with the world. What kind of desire was that really? Would you say that you were not pulled back, or you just had your will to do whatever you wanted to do?
Yeah, I had my will to do what I wanted to do. It was a very sensitive age. I was in my early 20s.
That's right.
I wanted to, that's the age where you start to feel like, hey, I'm an adult. I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Was I pulled back? Absolutely. My parents are ministers themselves of the gospel. They are both pastors right now, ordained ministers. And they prayed for me. One thing was my parents were always supportive of me. I mean, even though I knew that they were not too happy with my choice, they were still very supportive of me. They never forced me to do what they wanted me to do. They gave me my free will and prayed for me. There were other people in the church who, kind of talked a lot like, hey, Irene Logan now, she's singing she's singing worldly music on TV. People were not happy about it. But at that moment, I was focused on doing me. And I believe that all of that was a part of my journey.
Great.
It was giving me a story. It was giving me a testimony.
Talking about your addiction, would you honestly say that it was a hidden addiction, or you thought it was in the glare of the public?
To some extent, it was very hidden.
It was.
It
Okay.
was. As much as I was doing secular music and whatnot, I still had a certain image to protect. So a lot of people didn't know that about me. The people who really knew about my addiction were people who were very close. Very, very close.
What addiction are we talking about? You want to talk about it?
Yes. I used to smoke, nicotine addiction. And I used the word addiction because it was out of control.
When you say nicotine, that's cigarette.
Cigarettes, yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You light it, you inhale it, and you puff it.
I can't.
And it became an
Like
addiction.
you light it
I know, right?
in that order.
So someone introduced you to it, or You
No.
liked it, and I don't know. Try and paint a picture.
Yeah, I mean, I can't blame anyone. Someone introduced me. No. I was just in an environment where that was okay.
Oh,
You
righty.
know, in spite of being, I was very protected growing up. None of my parents drank. My parents don't drink. They don't smoke. You know, I wasn't exposed to that. So when I was now exposed to that world where it was okay, to smoke a cigarette, you're
Mm,
around people who are smoking, and it's okay to do it. So
mm.
that's how it started. It was more of trying to fit in for
Okay.
me. Yes.
Why did you want to fit in?
Well, because like I said, I grew up as an only child.
Mm-hmm.
I had my insecurities. I always wondered what it would be like to have a sibling, you know.
Mm.
So I always had those insecurities of being awkward. I wanted to blend in, be one of the it crowd,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't always want to be the girl who stands out. I just wanted to blend in.
You were a superstar at an early age.
I don't know about the superstar, but
Oh, you weren't stars for the future, the maiden
well,
edition. So obviously, a lot of talk went into it. Who is
well,
this girl? I remember I saw your audition, right? I think you had sung. Whose song did you actually sing
I
for?
did. I think it was Whitney.
Yeah, Whitney.
Children
Yeah.
are our future.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yeah. And
yeah.
you were super. I mean, no two ways about it. Perhaps maybe you were not reading much, but hey, everyone got to know about Irene Logan. And you came out with some interesting songs with Jane because you were a duo, right? One of the years I saw a song. I didn't listen to it then, but I seen the title that said "Runaway," right? And I
Yes.
was hoping that you would run away from the world, but it looks like you
I
you're
was
you're
running
running.
to it.
Oh my goodness! Right? How would you paint a picture of that journey vis-a-vis people who are in that space? Like people who also, because it hits me to think that someone of your caliber and your status, okay, didn't feel that you were it. You wanted to, How would you address this to the young people who are listening and want to perhaps also try some of these things?
Yeah. The truth is, before you become a person of any caliber,
Mm,
you are a person first and foremost,
right.
with your fears, with your insecurities, and no matter um, what accolades are put or attached to you, you are still a person,
Mm,
and those insecurities live with you. So, what I would say to young people, but more so to adults,
mm,
and more so to to Christendom, to love a bit more, because I think there's a lot of judgment.
mm.
There's a lot of casting away, instead of love and embrace.
When you are doing the wrong.
Exactly. When I
Eh.
say when you are doing the wrong,
Mm,
there's a way to when somebody's in a certain state
mm,
dealing with certain things like insecurities,
mm-hmm.
trust me, all you need to do is show them love
Okay.
consistently,
Mm,
consistently, and the person will come to themselves, like the prodigal son.
mm.
Can you imagine if after he did everything he did and he came back home to his father said, no, you're not welcome here? Can you imagine how that story would have been a disaster?
Mm.
So I think we need to show more love. But to the
When
young people,
sorry to cut you, but before you continue, when you say show love, like what should we do?
um, don't be too judgmental.
Okay.
Don't be too judgmental. There's a way of leadership by example.
Mm.
There's a way of embracing somebody
Okay.
as they are, but also impacting them to be
Okay.
better.
Okay.
And I also say to young people that the most beautiful thing in life is embracing your true self.
Mm.
Embracing your true self. You see, when God created all of us, He created all of us with a purpose. And that purpose in you is so important. If I had known back in the day, if I had like wisdom to know the beauty in just surrendering and allowing God to do His will in my life, God, I would have been, I don't know, I would have been much more happier. So I just want to say to young people, embrace who you are, and just allow God to do his work in you.
It's part of the journey. Well, your life
It
on
is,
Joy,
yeah.
99.7. Reason is Jesus. Up close today with Irene Logan, of course, powered by Joy Entertainment. And we're chit chatting ahead on the show. We get to release her latest single, More. First time airplay here on the radio. And we're looking at her journey in life, you know. I'm sitting back and I'm remembering, I don't know which year, but I think it was a Kwesi 10 concert or so. And then you showed up on the stage to minister, and it felt like Irene is back to the church. Hey, Irene is back. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay. Well, she wasn't really back. She just came to pass through, right? 2 years ago, I met you in Delaware. I don't know whether you remember the conversation we had. And I'm looking at each of them like, oh God, look, it took 2 years or maybe more. And she's here, you know. And so proud that you're here. But let's look at what happened. Did you have a relapse?
I did. What year was it? The Kwesi Oting program? I don't remember.
Some years back like
Some
that.
years
Yeah.
back. I think I was 28.
Okay.
Like I said, I've always battled with responding to my calling, and it's a calling. It's not like, oh, I'm tired of doing secular music, I want to do this, and no, it's a calling. I was born to do this.
This as in,
I was born to serve God.
you're born to be on Joy.
I was I was born to be here too.
I know,
It was somewhere in
I
the plan.
get you. I was just
But-
kidding. I get you.
But yeah, so I was 28. I had gone to church and had such the first time I had ever fallen under the Spirit. And I had such an amazing experience. And I had a conviction in my spirit to respond to my calling.
Okay.
So what happened was, the way I felt, I can't explain it. It was so freeing, and I was so eager to tell the whole world that, hey, this is it. I'm going gospel. I'm doing this, and I told people. People told people, and then it started making the rounds, started making headlines. People were inviting me to give my testimony, but the truth was, I really wasn't ready, because what happened was, one day I woke up in the morning, and this same person who was feeling so
Audacious.
yes, I woke up and I remember, it's like I can see it so clearly. I was standing in the shower, and fear, the type of fear that I can't even describe, gripped me. And I was like, what am I doing? I'm going to lose myself. Like, how do I just abandon everything I have planned and say I'm doing gospel? No. I spent about an hour in the shower crying, and I was just so afraid that I retracted.
So it was a battle between
Yes.
leaving everything you had acquired or everything you were enjoying to surrendering.
To surrendering.
Really?
Serious battle.
I tell you gossip in town. Someone said, Irene was really going to do gospel, and then all of a sudden she had a glow deal. So plenty money comes. He said, no, I can't let this money go.
Yeah.
It's
Actually,
part of the story, huh?
No. That's false.
Oh, wow.
Actually, I was already
Filler.
signed to Glow
Okay.
before I had that calling. Before I had that encounter. So it wasn't a thing of
You
Glow
see-
was now
you see
coming to
Kwacha?
sign me. No.
Oh, I see. But this battle, I'm looking at a young lady who
Yeah.
has a conviction in her heart that she needs to serve God with her voice, for that matter, or a ministry. And then all of a sudden, another force is telling you know what, baby, you can't leave all of this. So how did you get out of this eventually?
Yeah. So, back to the Kwesi Otin thing. When I came to that program, actually, it was because I was invited there to give my testimony and declare my stance as going gospel. So people came. Oh, my God. I've never felt so much anxiety in my life. I called him and I wanted to cancel.
Oh,
Yeah, because I didn't know what I was going to tell the people. Like, whatever I was feeling right now, I changed my mind. I changed my mind.
Short lived.
Yeah, it was. I changed my mind, and all these people was advertised. Those days on radio. Irene Logan would be there giving her test. I remember people had called me say, "Hey, what's happening, Irene? Charlie, I hear say you are going gospel. Don't go."
Oh, Charlie.
Hey, don't mind those people.
Mm.
They'll spoil your
That's
career.
the wrong association people have it.
Exactly.
Mm.
But the funny thing is, it wasn't just secular people. Also, gospel people were,
You don't
some
say.
Christians were also, advising me, don't, like, there's nothing wrong with what
Really?
you're doing, and blah blah blah.
Ah.
So I wanted to cancel. Um, and I remember when I actually went with a friend of mine, and she was like, you know what, just don't say anything. Just talk about God is good to you, and leave. Like, so she came with me and she sat in the crowd. I saw you there actually, and
Mm.
I remember so clearly, and I saw the disappointment on your face. Am I wrong? I remember
Hey,
it
you,
was in
you
North
can see.
Legon.
This woman can see.
Yeah, because you see, I know that people like you were very excited.
Yeah.
You know, excited, and I felt like I was letting everyone down.
Mm.
But the truth is, fear won.
It was fear.
Fear won. Yes.
Wow. So it's amazing. Now I'm looking at the journey now where you've gotten to. It means that you've dealt with that fear.
Oh,
How did you deal with it?
wow. It was a journey because, after I relapsed and went back, now everything started to work against me.
Oh wow.
Everything. Um, Emotionally, I was a wreck. I was depressed.
Mm.
That was when I started smoking, and it was terrible. My career was not working. The career that I wanted to save and not do gospel
Mm.
was now almost unsavable. It was so many embarrassing things happened to me. Sometimes I'll be performing on stage, my shoe will break.
Oh,
He said, "Oh,
what an attack!
what a shock!"
I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
So many things. So many things. Industry. There were a lot of things working against me. There was a type of narrative that was going around about me, and like everything was going downhill. Everything was going downhill. But I was still fighting. I was still fighting God. I was still fighting myself. Um, Fear was just strong in my life.
Mm.
Um, until I had the encounter I had, I think about 4 years ago. Um, yeah, that was the beginning.
What encounter was that? Let's talk about it.
Yeah. So I was in deep depression. I had battled depression so much, but this time around, it was really bad. I used to wake up in the morning and pray to God to die, like because I was afraid to
Oh,
kill myself. I would say, "Oh God, please, just let me go." I used to pray, and then I started smoking more. It went from a few sticks to a pack to 2 packs a day. Um,
mm.
I secluded myself from everybody, because nothing was working. Nothing was working. Um, so I used to pray to God and say, "You know what? I'm ready. If you really don't want me to do secular music, and you want me to focus on your work, um, you need to let me know."
Mm.
And this went on for years, until one time I went to church, very hungry for answers, for a change. Um, and I said a prayer in the parking lot that I needed God to tell me today
Mm.
what He wanted from me, what path He wanted me to go. I was ready to surrender, and the pastor spoke into my life concerning what I prayed about. And just that day, like there was a type of breaking loose. He anointed me. It was almost like accepting Jesus all over again. Um I can't explain it.
Mm.
Yeah, but that for me was the turning point for me. Okay, so I was home one day before I went to church, and I was sitting outside, like almost midnight, in my compound on the slab, and I was crying to God, like, wow, it's just so exasperated. Like, I need help. God, help me. I need my life back. And right when I said that prayer, I heard this song that you just played.
Oh,
Yeah.
whoa. Sing me a line.
You may be down and feel like God has somehow forgotten that you are faced with circumstances that you can't get through. Right now it seems like there's no way out. You're going under. God's proving time and time again. He'll take care of you and he'll do it again. Yes, that song.
Oh, you could sing. You're anointed like that. Ooh,
Yeah.
woof. You want to put yourself together, right? Oh, well, I got to check some, I call her Auntie Gifty Auntie. And she
Oh.
says, bro, tell Irene I'm so proud of her. I thank God for her life. Paul Azuma Aite actually sends a message to say, hey, Fifi, you are the MC at that campus store because you're to you. Irene sang his eyes so on the sparrow at the concert. He said he has the audio. I want him to send it to me so, so that, yes, I was
Let's
part of
see.
those disappointed people. Yeah, you're right. But it's such a joy to have Irene come up close and, personal with all of these issues and talk about it the way she is. I'm excited, honestly. And so let's continue from there. So after this song, you talked about going to church and something happened in church too.
Yeah.
Are you in tears?
No, no, no,
Okay, all right.
no. No. Yes. So I had I had prayed to God and I said, you know what? I just need answers. I need a way out. I need help. Just show me what you want me to do. If I'm doing the wrong thing, even though I already knew it, but I just wanted him to tell me.
Confirmation.
So I went to church, information minister. I went to church, and I went early. So I went to sit right in front because I didn't want the pastor to
Mm.
not see me. I didn't want God to say, "Oh, you're in the back, so they didn't see you. That's why they didn't give you a word." So I
Oh,
sat in
front seat.
front seat,
Come on
Charlie.
now.
I wasn't playing. So
Aggressive.
this guy was preaching. He was a guest preacher. He doesn't even live in Ghana. And I wasn't. I was just looking at him like, today, you have to give me a word.
Mm.
He finished preaching, and altar call everything. He said, "Okay, let's rise for the benediction." I remember standing up and feeling like, really,
God.
really. So as he was about to pray, he turns. I was sitting on the right side of him, and he looks at me and he looks at me for a minute, and I'm also looking at him. He said, "Come."
Mm.
So I ran
Finally.
sharp, Charlie. And then he said, "What do you do?" He asked me, "What do you do?" And I was like, "I sing." So he said, "Okay, do you minister or you sing?" And I was looking at him. And he said, "Well, those who sing, they get fame, popularity. Those who minister, there's favor, there's blessings from God on their life. So kneel down." He didn't ask me, "Which one do you want?" No.
Oh, wow.
So he said, "Kneel down." I knelt down, and he took a bottle of oil and poured it on my head and said, "I anoint you a minister of the gospel."
Mm.
And there was a breaking that happened.
Wow.
Yes. And I never looked back
He anointed you as a minister.
of the
It
gospel.
kind of sounds as though without his asking, what
Yes.
hey,
There was no argument,
straight up.
no place for no argument.
So at that point,
Yes,
you had the conviction.
that was it.
God had heard you
Yes,
and you're going to do gospel.
yes.
So did you go to the studio right away?
No,
What were
I
you doing?
didn't.
Where did you go?
I didn't. After that encounter, I went through a 2-year period of waiting,
For
um,
what?
seeking God's. I didn't want to, because you see, this was not about me. It wasn't about, hey, Irene is going gospel. Matter of fact, I protected it. this time around. I didn't want any press about it. I didn't want to tell any cousin. I mean, I was protecting it so much. My parents were like, I mean, why are you ashamed? Just tell people what your stance is. But it wasn't because I was ashamed. I was protecting it. I wanted to grow in my conviction. I wanted to see God's face. I wanted direction. You know, it's easy to think, oh, I sing. So ministry, that means I'm supposed to be singing for ministry. But what if it's a different dimension that he wants to use?
You wanted
me?
clarity.
Exactly. I wanted complete clarity. And what if, even if it's singing, what was my message? What message did he want me to carry? I didn't want to just go into the studio and start writing, yeah, Jesus is coming soon or what. I wanted him to give me the specific message that he had formed me to give to his people. So, yes, that's why I went into the period of waiting.
Waiting.
Yeah.
And the wait period was over.
The wait period.
So, at the point where you knew it was over, what did you actually think we're going to bring out?
Did I know it was over? No. During my wait period, and the spirit of nicotine addiction just left me.
I was going to ask you that. I'm glad
Completely.
it just went.
I never picked up a stick of cigarette again. So I went to America. God opened a door for me. I went to America, away from everything that I knew. And I was there for a while, seeking God. And one morning I woke up and felt, I mean, the battle was real. I woke up and felt very, very overwhelmed. Like, wow, how long will I be stuck here, just here? I could have been in Ghana singing and some no coffee cry.
Oh, nah. No copy.
What's happening? You know, and I got angry again, and then the craving for I wanted to smoke
Again.
I told myself, you know what, I'm just going to smoke. So I you know the States. So
Yeah.
I decided to walk to Walmart because my cousin at the time wasn't there. And on Google Maps, it was 45 minutes walk to Walmart. And I said, oh, this walk, we'll do it today.
The craving.
So as I got out and I started to walk, our neighbor was driving past, and he and his wife saw me and said, oh, where are you going? I said, Walmart. I said, oh, let's go, we'll drop you. So they dropped me off at Walmart. This is like late afternoon, and then they go about their business. So I go, and I'm struggling to find where the cigarette stall is. So finally ask somebody, said, oh, it's on aisle 3. Okay, great. I go to aisle 3. I look at the variety of cigarettes, and I see the one that will best suit my needs.
Just say you have taste.
So I picked it and was in line to pay. Everybody was paying. Got to my turn. I gave it to the lady, and she took the cigarette. She was about to ring it. A woman just came rushing all of a sudden. Said, oh, what are you doing? Then she said, oh, I'm ringing. She's getting cigarettes. Then the woman looked at me and said, sorry, ma'am, can I have your ID? And I didn't have an ID on me. Because they wanted to see if I'm of age. I mean, Mami Pin said. She said, I said, oh no, I don't have it. I said, oh, sorry, we can sell it to you. And she just put it away. And next.
That was an angel.
So I'm like, you know what? Today I will smoke this. So I went outside. You know, America, people are always smoking.
Yeah.
And once you smoke, you are not selfish with your cigarettes. You
pass
share.
it.
Sharing is scary. So I went outside, and I sat there waiting, the smoking area at Walmart, patiently waiting for someone to come so I could take a cigarette. I sat there close to 2 hours. Not a single person. Not a single person came there. And it started getting dark. And I remember I just looked up, up like at the clouds.
And God.
And I just heard, go home. Go
Oh.
home. Tears started coming down again, like, So I got up and I was like, wow, it's getting late. Am I going to walk in this dark 45 minutes? How am I going to get home? As I stood up to go home, the same people who dropped me drove into Walmart, said, oh, you're still here?
I wish they had asked you. Did you get what you wanted?
I was like, yes, oh, okay, so let's go. He picked up bread or something and he dropped me home. Listen, Fifi, when I got home, I went straight upstairs, took a shower, and I went to bed. Because what had just happened, I couldn't explain it to anybody.
Exactly.
Yes, and that was another manifestation of the hand of God in my life because we can only imagine what would have happened if, I had gone back down that lane. And I saw that God was really involved. So many other encounters I experienced during my wait period that were so amazing, 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 amazing. Um, yeah.
So, Irene Logan is back for good.
Irene Logan, you see, I always run away from back. She's back. She's back. Because, and I understand what it means when someone says she's back. But I try to avoid that narrative because Irene Logan is completely insignificant in this narrative. However, Irene Logan is not back. Irene Logan
has renewed
begun.
her mind.
Irene Logan has begun.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Irene Logan has. So, breaking news. Irene Logan, say it again,
Has begun.
has begun.
Yes.
And we need to support her. All right. So now looking at time like, oh my goodness, time is running. We're actually going to, release her latest single, First Time Airplay. We're going to give it all the time that it needs right here on Joy 99.7. I could read some messages. This one got me smiling. I'll ask you anyways. It says, good morning, Pastor Fifi. Good morning. Sorry, but how are you? Says, wow, indeed, God is really good. I love this woman. Oh, yes, she can really sing. Says that great testimony, sweet voice, and the devil wanted to destroy her. Wow. Is she married? Ooh, God bless Papa answer Latha Ikrapim. Well, that's a question for you. I'm sure somebody wants to know. Paul, right? So, okay. I'm seeing all the messages here, guys. You know what? Let me spend some more time with her before time runs out, okay? And let's see if she can answer. You want to answer any of the questions?
What are the questions?
Okay, right. You don't want to answer. I want to. You know what? Find her after here and ask her. In fact, she's on social media, so DM her if you can and get all the answers to those personal questions right. I want us to now look at your beginning, as it were. Now you have a direction from God, and I see that you've been ministry. I mean, when I met you in Delaware, that was the picture I got. I'm like, Irene Logan. Like, you're doing ministry, like, really? Yeah. How come we're not hearing you gone? Like, what's happening, Yeah. So I understand that whole period. Now you're in because God wants you to move in a certain direction, right? Yeah. And now there is a recording. You've gone to the studio to record more. Yeah. I want you to talk to us about, that whole angel on the plane kind of story before we play that song and then we continue with the conversation.
Yes. Okay, so, during my wait period, I had the privilege to do a lot of traveling, to the States, back to Ghana, to South Africa. And on one of my journeys, on one of my trips from New York to South Africa, I sat on this long flight, 14 hours.
Yeah.
And
Crazy.
then at JFK, before the flight took off, buckle your seatbelt, everything. The TV on the thing, it wasn't working. The entertainment system in the flight. And everybody was like, wow, this is going to be a long flight. They announced, we apologize. We're sorry. There's there's a problem, so it's not working. However, we'll entertain you with some good coffee and peanuts if you're too bored.
Oh, no. 14 hours.
14 hours.
Crazy.
But sitting next to me was a missionary lady who, she and I started conversations. She was telling me about her journey, her missionary works, and how this was her first time going to Africa. She was actually transiting to go to, I think, South Africa to Namibia.
Okay.
So we sat next to each other and we're like, oh boy, we're stuck. And we started talking, and through the flight, we spoke about Christ. We prayed, we held hands, we worshipped
Oh, wow.
silently, of course, and somewhere in between there, I fell asleep. We both fell asleep, but my right hand side, the seat was empty. So I fell asleep, and I woke up to singing in my left ear. I was hearing like people singing.
Oh, wow.
So I got up and like I was looking around to wonder like what's happening. Are people
Who
singing in
is
the
singing
plane?
in this
Yeah.
board
So I
flight?
stood up and looked around. Most people were sleeping. Some people were reading. But I could still hear it. I was born to perform signs and wonders in his name, in my left ear. So I realized what was going on. The presence of God was so strong, on in that moment. I was sitting down in the seat and just humming it, and tears coming down. So I took my phone and recorded what I was hearing. So that's how more came about. And you know, even recording it, so many elements came into play. So many people um, did this out of love. Like they didn't know me from anywhere. I remember the first time I sang the song, Billy Selassie was like, "Oh, I really want to record this song." We did the first draft, and I met Jonathan Kakraba, who has been, oh my God, absolutely amazing. Like I need a whole show to talk about that. Um, and he really held my hand through this journey. Um, Put me in touch with people, some of the best in the industry. Most of them, oh, this person is expensive, but they're good. Anyway, we use faith. We approach them, give them the song, waiting for the charge. Then the person will call back and say, you know what, Charlie, the song, I won't charge. I want to sow. Even the guy who mixed the song, Danny, I mean, so many people came together to make this happen. And the truth is, it was just grace.
Great.
Grace.
So, Grace Irene Logan, that's her name. I'm going to put you on the pause there. The next thing I want you to do right now is first time airplay on Joy 99.7 across the globe. First time airplay on radio.
Yeah.
This is the song. I want you to introduce the song so I play it to the world.
Okay, so hi guys, it's your girl Irene Logan. I'm very humbled to be here this morning. It's been such an amazing journey, and I'm excited to say that today, the 29th of the 8th month in the year 2021, that my first gospel single is out, and today we're having the first time airplay on Joy 99.7 FM with my brother Fifi Folson, and I pray that it blesses you and ministers to you as much as it has to me.
Joy 99.7 FM.
Oh my goodness. What a song. I was born to. Did you say you were born
Perform signs
to
and
perform
wonders
signs
in
and
my
wonders? That's so prophetic, right?
It is.
And you heard the angel sing this in your left ear.
Yes.
Whoa. I got a text from Gifty and she says, "Oh, I'm crying just listening to it." You know, this
I love
has
her.
touched hearts, you know, and this song is beautifully produced. I tell you what, if I close my eyes, from my experience doing this, I could pick Tamila Man doing the song. Yeah, if I close my eyes, I'm like, "Ooh, is that Irene Logan?" You know what I'm saying? This is real good stuff. And God bless all those who put it together. So this should be. Tell me, how do you feel now that I've shared it with the world?
I'm smiling.
Ah,
God is good.
he is. Irene Logan has begun the journey, and there's a clarion call on all of us to support her. And I pray that we will do that. In a little while, I will ask you how we can get the songs. But are we expecting an album coming up?
Absolutely.
Okay.
He who has started the good work in me is faithful to complete it. I have so many songs that are equally powerful. Yes, so the album is coming out, working towards it. We have to just Pasaka Kraba
Okay. Oh,
and keep
him
praying for grace and mercies.
to release it there.
Charlie.
Shall we stretch our hands on him
Hallelujah,
then? Lord, touch him. Irene Logan is my guest today on Up Close and Reason is Jesus Joy. 99.7 powered by Joy Entertainment. And so far, the feedback is good. Let me just put you on a pause, okay? As the song simmers down. And read some of the messages that, you know, have come through just to encourage you, okay? Let me say hi to Uncle Ken and Sir. Okay, I got a message. Yeah, you're enjoying the show, I guess. So please wish Uncle Martin of Sakumono, ardent listener, happy Sunday. He's even listening to you now. Hi, Uncle Martin. God bless you and thank you, Uncle Ken. Ernest Fenting, he's a great minister. He says, awesome testimony from Miss Irene. Great man. God loves her. I advise her to be connected to people, even in the gospel fraternity, who are genuinely anointed and truly with Christ-centered character. Yeah, spirit-filled and world-class. She needs great support, and I'm one of them. Oh, God bless you. Also for Ernest Fenting, God bless you real good. Wow, say Yesu, what a voice. Yeah, good morning, Fifi. I loved Irene for the first time I saw her on GTV music competition. Yeah, you are old school. In fact, says you have an angelic voice. Please, have you got pictures? You can post it today that we are interviewing. I from a data. Let's do some throwbacks. Right, so you are now in the space, and a lot of messages. I'm sorry, because of time, I might not be able to read all, but I'm sure I will address them after. Right. So, well, this one says, "Hi, Fifi. Please, I'm 18 years of age, and I really need Auntie Irene's number." Okay, wow, deep testimony, and I tap into it for my long-awaiting call in Maoli from Sunyani. All across the globe, we are connected and we are being blessed. Thank you. So, way forward. Now, you have been there, and you've come out of it by grace. You seem to have some experience. Is there any plan to, if you like, mentor some people, you know, just help them out?
Yeah, I do. I'm very passionate about that.
Oh, you did already?
Yes, I have a lot of young people reaching out to me, young and old, but mostly young, that I spend a lot of time with. I learn from also. You know, some of their journeys and their experiences are so similar to mine. And it's such a humbling pleasure to be able to impact their lives positively. So I always say this on any interview I do. My social media pages are open. Instagram, you can send me a private message. Twitter, I will always make time for you to say a word of prayer, to encourage you, and to just to listen. Yeah.
So what are your handles?
On Instagram, oh God help me, it's Irene Logan. It has the blue tick, verified.
Shit.
You're so funny.
Level days at verified account. At least any other one, forget.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
And then on Twitter, I mean, it was verified also, but I got hacked, so I lost. I'm kidding. But on Twitter, it's Irene Logan GH. Facebook is Irene Logan, but I'm not as active on Facebook as I am on the other platforms.
Okay.
So, yeah, if you reach me on any of these platforms, I will
Please, well, she's honest like that. Now you're in the gospel space. Praise God. Thank God you're back, right? Perhaps from hibernation, doing music. Now it's gospel. Do you feel the pressure of being pulled to the other side? Do you get it?
No. Right now, dear.
Now they come, but you know they mind them.
Maybe I'm so numb. I don't even know if they come, really.
Okay.
Yeah. And I should say this because people. Sorry, I know we're wrapping up, but people ask me this all the time. Oh, are you saying that people doing secular music are going to hell? Blah blah blah. I'm not here to judge anybody's journey. I just want. I'm speaking my truth and I'm walking in my purpose. Yes. So,
Great. Thank you. Do you have friends in the industry? The gospel.
Yeah, I have friends in the industry.
Apart from me, who else you know?
I did a song with Eric Jeshron.
Yeah, that's my brother, man.
Yes, and actually I'll be on August worship this evening today. So everyone please come. Kwesi Oting I also know. Bernard Amankwa.
Oh yeah.
I've known him since I was 18, 19. Yeah, he's been a brother. He's also been extremely supportive. I'll also be on his celebration of his grace, which is happening on the 19th of next month.
Yeah. Now they're telling you like you take over. Yeah. How do we find you? How does anyone, do they still send emails to you?
Yeah.
Are you available to perform and all of that?
I'm not available to perform.
Sorry.
But
Yeah, sorry.
Minister,
Sister
definitely.
Oja. Okay, sorry. No performance. Ministration, take note of that one. Yeah, great. So obviously, you've joined. What to wrap up? What do you think you need to help you or propel you to higher heights in this space?
I think that the love and support has been beautiful. Cici Chum, Minister Cici Chum, I love her so much. Celestine Donko, she also reached out to me. So many people. The names are so many. I can't remember all, but the support has been amazing. So I just need more of it and prayers. Yes, and also I have a new YouTube page. The old one I don't have access to anymore.
I know.
So Irene Logan Official is my new YouTube page. Please subscribe. There's a lot of content coming, and you can stream the song on all streaming platforms. Stream and download: Apple Music, iTunes, Boomplay, Spotify, Amazon Music, and the rest.
Right.
Oh, yes.
Great. So, hey, find her across social media. Remember, she says she has a YouTube account. Go to the new one, which has the light, okay?
Irene Logan Official.
Official. And enjoy all that she has. Stream her new song all across, social media. And she covets the love from the body of Christ. Let's love on her. Let's encourage her. Let's pray for her. Let's support her ministry, okay? And I believe that it will go a long way to push her to higher heights. We can't wait for your album, and we look forward to perhaps having another opportunity to talk about all the things that we've not been able to talk about today because of time. But I appreciate you for making time this morning to honor this invitation. You've been a blessing.
Okay.
You've actually brightened the studio, right? Smile and let's see.
Brighten the corner where you are.
Okay, is that a new song?
No, you don't know that. You didn't
No,
go
I
to
don't.
nursery.
Hey guys, it's been an awesome time up close today with Irene Logan. Reason is Jesus returns, God willing, on Sunday, but Thursday, Friday, I'm here, 4 a.m. Joy time in His presence. Connect with me across social media. It's Fifi Folson, spelled FIFIFOLSON. I'm asking God's grace to see all of us through every life's race with an extra pace no enemy can chase. Show produced by Michaela. Shouts to Roland for also being on the technical bench, and you for watching and listening. I appreciate you. Cheers.